What's happening, everybody? I'm Master. Welcome back to more Epic Chef, and it's actually been a minute since I played. This is the day the last video went up as I'm recording this. I've been trying to let all the videos get ahead. Keep hitting the like button, keep leaving comments so we can keep doing this series all the way to the end. I feel like we're getting somewhat, at least past the halfway point. We got prestige at 25 last time, because we got all the people that we had helped before come in. And I want to say there's like one or two people that wanted something that 25 is what I was told I needed to get the egg. So that was the main thing. I'm going to come in here. We're going to go talk to them because we were above 15, which is what we needed. I guess we'll see what happens next. I honestly have no idea. Views got better. Keep this up. Seem to be getting out of the dirt. Let's celebrate with a toast. Maybe we'll save the toast for another time. I think you're cooked enough as is. More like scorched, especially with that temperate turpentine he drinks. It's Volgradian tonic. My point exactly. That stuff is illegal on half the continent, including Concordia. Good reason, I must say. Don't you think I have a tragic reason for drinking this much? No, I don't. I think you're a drunkard drinking yourself to an early grave like an idiot. Isn't that a tragedy? By the way, people are starting to come in higher numbers. I posted signs requesting a waiter. The chefs shouldn't be the ones carrying the food to the table. Are you interested, Balzi? Not at all. You drop half the dishes anyway. We need someone else. It's just that. I don't know about adding more people to the crew. Why? You added the bum without a second thought. I don't know. I just have a foreboding feeling. Someone's at the door. Maybe it's about the waiter position. Yeah, what's gonna happen? Greetings, Mr. Zest. I come on official business. Oh, it's you. That's good. Well, I don't get that a lot. It's good to see you too. Yes, sure. I'm here to summon you to the Culinarium Tower. Your restaurant seems functional enough, so the grade period to get to your feet is over. You'll need to get through the evaluation. Well, as established as Section 702-A, all restaurant owners will be subject to an evaluation by the Culinarium in order to guarantee their service fits the high standards of the Concordian. Glad to see someone actually reads the books. I picked up the habit long ago. I thought having Mitriel here was enough. You thought wrong, I'm afraid. She's endorsing you, but you're the owner. You're the chef. I suppose that makes sense. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Alas, it's my duty. I've already handled the permit so you can access the tower. Please come before 6 p.m. I'll leave you to prepare. Okay. Okay. I guess my fears were just a silly... I'm here for wages position. Jeez. What's happening? Nothing? Who was it? Bosco. Slammed the door in Bosco's face? I know he's a bit of a buzzkill at times, but damn. Yeah. He wanted me to go to the Culinarium Tower for a test. Oh, yes, I suppose it's about time. It'll do you good. Do me good? Well, owning a restaurant in Concordia is no joke, because you're all obsessed with yourselves. Yes, I know. No one forced you to play this game. What game? Oh, what the... Oh, God. Who the hell are you? I'm Frischka, friend of Zest. I'm here about the waitress position. We're not friends. Is she the one from your story? See, you remember me. It's fate that brought us together to team up again. We didn't team up at all. I think we should hire her. You only say that because you want to see me squirm. Well, we need a waiter, and she's the only candidate. I'll hire her if you accept the name of this place as Restaurant. Sorry, girl, I tried. Oh, come on. You're not really gonna leave me in the lurch, right? Right? Oh! By the gift. Wasn't that a bit too harsh? Ever been held captive at sword point by a bunch of maniacs who threatened to eat you? About once a month. Of course. How silly of me to ask. Let's just get back to work. I need to prepare for the visit to the tower. Sure, partner. Whatever floats your boat. I'm sure you'll do fine. Okay. This. Delivery system. Is this a letter from Hadra? Hi, Zest. I want to make you a proposition to expand your mutual business model. Use the ship to establish a food delivery system. We'll bring you the orders, you give us the food, and we deliver. Also be able to let you store goods at any of our stations and deliver them to the restaurant. We just lack 2,000 escudos for the initial investment and everything we set up. Damn, I don't have enough money. Okay, so bring samples to the Infinigon was the mission I was working on. Oh no, this one right here. Roller Culinarium Tower. There we go. I mean, I need to get some sauces first. Do I have synergy foods? I think so. Like I can utilize this. Utilize this. I mean, if this is empty, I actually get bonus to that. But 2.2 times is pretty nice. Oh, but it does that. So we start with this. Go to this. I could technically do this twice. Level 39? Jesus. Alright, we're not even close to that. Level 26. Hey, buddy. No. I want to get on here. Alright, so let's go see about getting to plus 20 to vigor. Get that sauce, and then I should be able to get a pretty high number, I imagine. Alright, it's only 9 AM, so we got plenty of time. And then, yeah, should be good. Alright, hop off here. Alright, I mean, there's also... Oh, no, I can't do it, never mind. Never mind. There's also this. But it does not help me. So what about you, then? This is the vigor one. Oh, I need 2 of those fish for that? Dude. Means I gotta go fishing. I don't want to go fishing. What do I need for those recipes? I mean, you know what? I got a better idea. Just gonna go to the... I'm gonna go buy them. Like $200. I need tomato. Do I have that right now, or do I need to pick them? Okay, I do have one. Right there. Right? Then I'm hoping it's not 3 times, because if it's 3 times, we're like, I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared. But it didn't say anything about it. There being 3 battles. I mean, I'm assuming just make a dish. Why did you just slow down? You're going so fast. Then you walk through the door and you're like, now I'm going really slow. Oh no. I don't have any dishes to prepare, man. Oh, it's because I did the apple thing and it doesn't save except for when you sleep. Alright, I'm off here. Let me go make something real quick for this guy. Do I have something I can throw together? I guess so? Doesn't have to be anything special. Oh, wait. Aha! Give me this. Alright. I mean... I don't really think it matters what I put in here. I don't know what the specifics are for him. Give him some milk. Get a lot of that, so. Right. And then, sure, I'll give you a tomato. I'm not trying to make like a super dish. It doesn't seem like it really matters. I gave him just 3 apples and it was like super good, so. This is literally just for the mount. Alright. Don't like going slow, especially when I have to. You know, I'm kind of technically timed. I'm gonna be there before 6 or whatever. Alright. Go, give me this. There you go. No bonuses? Okay. I was hoping maybe for a bonus. Alright, let's check out this shop. I want to buy a few things. Oh, nothing special. Alright, this is fun. Wait. Price is $900 for each one of those? Well, screw that noise. Give me this. Buy like 4 of these things. Alright, I'll see you at the Culinarium entrance in a second. I'm just gonna fish these things up real quick. Alright, I guess we're gonna see if this is enough. He's in lockdown due to spy situation. Some papers. I can access the inner city. Do you now? Where do you want to go? To the tower. Seems right, you can access the Culinarium tower. What's happening? I was just walking over here, okay. Alright. Enter. Can't get in just like that. I better talk to Bosco. He said it should be around here before 6. Oh. Ready to join our ranks? Hi, Bosco. I guess I am. Splendid. Give me 1,000 SKP and then we'll be able to see. What? Sorry, you didn't know. A payment is needed to keep aspirates at reasonable rate. I don't recall seeing this in the rule book. It isn't. It is an inner council decision. I'm afraid I really have no say in this. I see. Very profitable decision as usual. So you have the money? I can wait. I mean, yeah, I do. Here. Splendid, come with me. Alright. Guess we're just going into what is the face about. Some would say good cuisine is an art. Some would say it's vocational. Some would say it comes from the heart. They are all wrong, or worse, only half right. Good cuisine is first and foremost a method, the product of a skill founded on soul-crushing discipline. You're not simple cooks anymore. You don't just make meals. You are here because you hold the title of chef and you create cuisine. You're not here to deliver anything short of perfection. Less than that is randomness, devoid of merit and subject only to the whims of the capricious winds of opinion and fashion. A spontaneous dish that doesn't rest in the foundations of an excellent hard-tempered technique will inevitably crumble, but a good dish, a solid dish, will remain so forever, be it innovative or traditional. Here to make sure our cuisine is built on solid foundations. You can be creative, you can be innovative, but the techniques are to be impeccable, perfect. As it is our cuisine suffers, we all suffer. If anyone has a problem with that, let it speak. He or she speak now. Why do I have a different uniform? What? My uniform is different from the others. I don't know, someone must have made a mistake. Will it affect my score? No, it won't. Ah, okay then. In any case, you are here today because you are fortunate enough to go in a restaurant in the fine city. That by itself is not devoid of merit or luck. We are here today to make sure your success is due to the former rather than the latter. Our centennial institution has the honor and duty to protect the Concordian cuisine and all cuisine by extension. Your culinary skills shall endure a trial by fire, which will judge you all and let only the best get fail, and you will be put aside. Competition is fierce, and there is no place in our kitchens for those who cannot obey the rules or aim for supreme excellence. Take this not as an imposition or a punishment, but a service. We're here to prevent chefs from going astray, to help them grow in a sensible way. Chefs Tametolo, Romanesco, and Clifoa will be the ones in charge of your trials. Satisfy them, and you'll be recognized as full, albeit basic, members of our organization, eligible for all kinds of benefits. Until then, your restaurant will be considered unsafe, and as such, be operating in a precarious state, most inevitably end in termination. Any questions? I'll be given another uniform. Not that I don't like this one, it's just, well, I wouldn't want to stand out too much. Because it might start looking at me funny and talking behind my back, you know? Doesn't want to stand out. Well, we'll see what we can do. If there are no further questions, I'll leave you in the hands of our capable chefs. Good luck. Alright. I'm here. What am I supposed to do? Spirit test? Oh! Oh, it's a test for each one? We're done for today. It's past 6 p.m. Go home and rest. Well, tomorrow we will continue. Oh, I hate it so much when they do stuff like that to me. Why do you fast forward time like this? Alright. So I'm gonna need to come up with the combo for everything. Basically, I'm gonna want plus 20 to each one of the things. I mean, the vigor one I can easily do there. That's not gonna be a problem. Sophistication, I can pull that one off pretty easily. This is plus 30, which allows me to do... Oh, I think I need the fish again. God bless it. Alright. Right. I think blue is the only one that I don't really have anything specific. I gotta exit. I'm trying to think of like what do I have that I can possibly work with. I could go fishing again. We could do some more of that. I am very broke right now. I'm gonna have money tomorrow, I guess, for completing stuff. I'm assuming we have to go through this in order to get to the egg. And I imagine these things do not be like too insane. Okay, sophistication. Alright. There's the sophistication one. Alright, we got that. Now I need this one. So 2 seagull eggs and another rice thing. Not a problem. Got both of those literally right here. Alright. Just like that, we have these. Right here. Okay, so now I need to come up with multiplier. I want to say... And was it this? Yeah, this is one of the best multipliers, but I have to wait till tomorrow anyways to get the unicorn delight. And then it works well with the water, so this one, I could do this, I could do that. Is there any other multipliers to blue? That I have on me? I mean, there's this. Just a normal one. Oh, that doesn't help me. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Trying to think of the best way to do this. I still have to build the unicorn feeder too. I just realized I have not done that. I don't know if I have the ingredients for it. Oh, 3 boards? Okay, I can do that. This is why I make a bunch of things ahead of time, so I'm good. Let's build this up real quick. Oh my god, this is gigantic. Wasn't expecting the feeder to be this huge. There you go. Hopefully there'll be a poo sitting here for us tomorrow, which means we aren't going to have that extra poo, though. Huh. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. I'm going to find out exactly. I mean, I'm not worried about red. Not really worried at what? Hey. Eh? Oh, it's you. Man, you're everywhere. What are you doing here? Stay out. Gonna be back in the bed. Nope. Oh my god. Stop doing that. Don't get me out. I have nowhere else to go. You say else as if there was an option to begin with. Why do you treat me like this? Why? You threatened to kill me and eat me. That was all in good fun. We weren't going to kill you. You have to excuse me if I don't find it funny. Please, Zest, don't do this to me. Our ship wrecked and now I have nowhere to go. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. It may not look like it, and I'm on the inside. I'm crying rivers. Don't be like that. Look, I'll pay you for the night. Take, this. What the hell is this thing supposed to be? It's, booty. From my time on the seas. We found it in an old ruin. Of course you did. I'm sure it's very valuable. A rod of oh! Wonderful. And here comes the other one. Be a bit more discreet for Temperous' sake. Sorry. And I thought we agreed you stop using the scary face. I may have been a bit excited, but she seems to possess a priceless artifact. One thing... just twitching on the ground. One thing that helps us lift the curse of the land. Really? Yes, I used to own one just like that. I found it in a forgotten ruin in a lost island halfway across the world. But last I ended up losing it. I thought I'd never see one of those things again. Your friend must be a cunning hunter of relics to come into possession of such an invaluable artifact. Yeah, I'm sure she is. She's no friend of mine, but now I can't kick her out because an ectoplasmic idiot has decided to make his brand new reappearance and left her catatonic. We could just leave her in the bushes. I'm not that much of an ass. Let me put her somewhere uncomfortable. I'll deal with her in the morning. Yeah, I can't, you know, touch anything, not without a very serious effort. Of course. Okay. So did I get it? Like, is it... do I have it? I'm probably gonna have to get it in the morning. Well, things are progressing quickly. Right? I'm assuming I need to talk to you now. So hungry. Oh god. I forgot how you blasted streak and turn. I'll get you, see? Oh. Whoa. Good one. Thank you. Why do we have a bucket on your head? Let's have a talk. No. First things first. Why did you sneak into my house? Why are you stalking something? I don't even know if it was your house. I just needed a place to sleep. This place looked abandoned. By the way, did something happen last night? I have a fuzzy memory. Ask her about the rod of domination. That's what happened? Get back into the painting. You can ask questions from there. Fine, fine. What a way to treat you. What is that? I guess it's a permanent ghost. Guest. He's harmless. He wants to know where you got the thing from. Harmless. Yeah, sure. I found it during an adventure in the high seas. Where? In some ruins on a small island near the Zonian coast at the edge of the Sea of Nightmares. Remarkable. I found mine on a lost island in the middle of nowhere. Unable to find it ever again. Spent decades looking for another rod with no success. That was the only one in existence. I was devastated when it was stolen from me. And who stole it from you exactly? One day it simply disappeared. I don't know how. I guess it's a mystery we'll never solve. Can't believe you're trying to pull this off. I can't believe even less that you're falling for it. Eh? What do you mean? I mean, this is the one... This one is your own damn rod of domination. Must have found it behind the armchair or something. What? Wasn't behind the armchair. Stuck between the pillows. How dare you? No, just... No. Enough. This is your own damn fault. You want to walk around messing with the occult, and you can't even master the secrets of your own furniture. Ouch. Really, retrieving this artifact changes everything. It is a necessary item to clear the way into the ruin, and yeah, to lift the curse of the land. There might be a slight problem with that. You just used it as an anti-pest projectile. Are you two insane? Do you have any idea about... No need to be like that. Just go and retrieve it again. Yes, you do that and or I'll haunt you to death. And it's better not be broken. The device is irreplaceable. Yeah, well, I'm sure it is, but this will have to wait. There's business to discuss first. Business? You're not a pirate anymore. Yes. Yes, I'm not a pirate anymore. I'll give you a chance. Really? First, I need to take care of the Culinarium trials. Until then, just wait. Wait here? You can stay here for a few days. You're the best. Fool is what I am, and don't start getting any weird ideas, any funny business, and the deal is off the table. What funny business could you possibly mean? Thievery, extortion, cannibalism to begin with? Ah, well, sure. Now I have a lot to do. Try and make yourself useful. Maybe you could start by getting that bang back so Agorius calms down a little. Sure, boss, I won't disappoint you. Just, you'll remember this day as one made the best decision in your life. I remember this day, alright. Alright. Okay, so we need to hopefully get a poo from Unicorn. I'd like to make another unicorn if I could, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Alright, sweet. Alright, I got $725. Part of me wants to just... What do I need to make this bait? It's this one right here. Just a mushroom and potato? Oh, that's not a problem. I'll get 3 of them. Feel like that should be enough. Potato, grab potatoes. You know what? I'm just gonna grab potato. 1, 2. Alright, there we go. Then I can make these into this. I can go fish real quick, and I will see you in a minute again. I'm just gonna try to get a couple of these. Yeah, a couple of these fish. Alright, put this away. I think I'm good. I got 2. I feel like we're fine there. Alright, I guess we just go to the place now. That gives me those two. Still, it did. I mean, it really doesn't help me. Okay, so this is the 2.1, 2.4. Need water in that, so this is what I need for that. And then first things first, I would need... what? I mean... So put this down empty. Get +7 to that, which is not what I want. Oh my god, always trying to figure out the things that I do. Okay, so this one right here. Nope, still doesn't give me what I need. Oh crap, man. Alright, I need to make this. Not this, it's right here. I need the multiplier. Yes. Right. I need more of the yo stuff right here. And I do have this. For these, +10. I'm gonna grab another one. Another 2 in case. Grab you. Anything special in any of these? Nope. I have all the rest of this stuff. Yeah, I got milk and everything. Actually, I'm gonna grab another 2 of these. Okay, are we good? Is there anything I can do? Oh, it only takes 1 more cow meat? Do I have extra? I mean, if I have 3 total, I'm fine with that, because then I'll turn one of them into that. Yeah, alright. Alright, I mean, I could also get the crab. Try to fish that thing up, but it's not a, like, super high chance, so I don't know if I necessarily want to. Alright, it'll leave me 1 of each. And I have this. I could do, if I want to get blue, I could do the crab, then I could do this. Then I could do this. Right? This is gear and animal. Okay, well, that doesn't help me there. What does this give? Alright, so this is the water and the animal. So ×2 right there. So I could put this thing down. I could put this down. I could put this down. And we would have a big amplification of blue. I'm not going to get a lot of points for this part, but it'll at least be something. And then for sophistication, do this. This. I guess if I do this, this, and then this would be the best option, right? Maybe? I don't know. It actually gave me a plan, it'd be perfect. This is gear in that, gear in that. Gear in plant, gear in star. Plant, so all that I'd be missing is earth, so I can get the... That's not what I needed for anyways. Plus 30. You're just not going to give me anything is basically what it's going to come down to. And then I could do this, though. Or I could start with this one. There's just no good combinations for this. Yeah. Alright, well, yeah, it looks like we're going to start with this. Then that. And then this. And it's going to have to do. So we'll have water from here. Oh, this is both of it, so that's fine. Yep, alright. And then as far as vigor goes, just want to make sure I have them all separated. 1, 2, 3. So there's the sophistication. And we give it, of course, the bonus before I ever put the multiplier on. And then for vigor, well, this is blue, right? Put this, and then this, and then this. No. This. Okay, yes. Crab, meat, pink dough. Alright. And then make sure to put the pink dough and this on, I guess, after I already put this on. And for the vigor, what are we starting the vigor with? I don't even know. No, I want to do... Oh, the vigor is going to be literally a carrot, and then 2 of these. And that should be really good. And make sure to put the stuff on first. Alright, I think I have it all set up. How's it going, buddy? Let's go. We'll try to do... I'm hoping I can do all 3 of them in one day. If not, that's gonna suck. Alright, to the Culinarium. Go take care of all 3 of our tests. Think I'm gonna be set on all of them, but I'm not 100% sure. Culinarium Tower. Alright, let's go talk to the different people. Alright, do I have to bring you a dish? In charge of testing your spirit skill. Remember, you have to make a dish containing a fire goldfish. Wait, what? Never once did you say how to use a stupid frickin' fire goldfish. Can I cook stuff here? Wait, you mean I have to bring the dish to you? Oh, I swear to God. Ugh. I didn't know I was supposed to make a dish and just bring it here. Testing your sophistication. Special dough. High sophistication. Special dough? Oh, I was going to anyway, so that's perfect. Okay. Oh, fire goldfish? God bless it, man. I didn't want to do that. Ugh. No, not you. You. Fired goldfish. Okay, well, what does vigor take? Minced meat? Minced meat? What is minced meat? I honestly don't even know. Minced meat. Okay. I'm a little upset, not gonna lie. Is it because I just wasted a crap ton of time for nothing? Lurk? I take it. Eva? Oh, never actually taken this before. That's cool. Alright, I am legitimately confused by this. I have no idea what mincemeat is. Do I even have the ability to make that? I mean, you aren't talking about ground beef, right? How do I go about doing that? Super upset about this. Now it wants me to make something, I have no idea how. Alright, well I can at least go do the sophistication one. Alright, so... Oh, what the frickin'. Alright, we're gonna do this. Oh my god. Oh. Abandoned dish, yes. I want to check something. I'll see you in 1 sec. Alright, so I realized my mistake. What I had was a hypnofish. It was a fire goldfish. I was looking at this. I made another ground beef up because I think maybe this may be the issue. Or maybe what mincemeat is. Mincemeat, as far as I understand, ground beef is ground up meat. Mincemeat is chopped up meat. So I don't fully understand that whole nonsense, but whatever. I want to do this thing. I need water and that, so... Feeling like Ghostato. We're gonna add that first off. This is for sophistication, right? Yes. We'll add this at the same time. Make sure to gather them all. I forgot about that. There we go. Okay, so that's good. Then I need to add this. Not gonna get like a whole lot from it, but it's fine. It'll make it so I can add the other thing afterwards. And now I add this. This should give us our super double. Yeah, 166. Did it go up a little bit more, maybe? No? Okay. I thought I'd break 170. Alright, well, whatever. This is our sophistication meal. So we have this. That away. Alright. So I got this guy. This is what we need to use for this. So I'm thinking my best bet is honestly going to be to put this one down, then this, and then this. Obviously put the sauce in there. So I'm gonna put you. I unfortunately don't get any sort of bonus for this, which is, it is what it is. Okay, and then 20 spirit, we'll add that at the same time. Okay, keep flipping you, make sure you don't burn. I've yet to ever burn anything, so I'm precautious on that. Alright. Whoa. I mean, we're technically above where we need to be anyways. Wait. This not... Did I... Oh, no. Because they're both the freaking star thing. I don't get the multiplier. Oh, that freaking sucks. I mean, we're above where we need to be, so it's fine, but... I don't even know. I don't even know. It says above 50. We got it. It's fine. Hope I did. Everyone will put the dough in this one, too. There you go. That's it. Oh, alright. Nothing super spectacular out of that one. Tuna bacon, grill salad, and a bread sauce. Okay, put that away. Alright, and finally, I think we need to use this, not 100% sure. Water in that? I see no situation where this is gonna be that. So I basically have to put this in for this multiplier. I guess I put this in. Get a little bonus. And put the ground beef in. Ah, see, I don't want the blue. I'll put this in, actually. This will give us a big boost here. Okay, then I put the ground beef in, which will give us a whole bunch as well. Alright, and then the multiplier should push us over? Yes. Alright, so there we go. We're over 50. Alright, I didn't realize I was gonna have to use special ingredients. I was just gonna use, you know, that actual logical source, but it does say, like, specifics and all that jazz and crap, so I'm hoping this is gonna be good. I'm hoping this is gonna be good. This better be the minced meat. Because if it's not, I have no idea what it could possibly be. I went and looked through all the stuff that we have available to us, and there's a whole lot of nothing that says minced meat. I'm stuck. Alright. And if it's not, I mean, if it's not minced meat, then I don't know how to progress any further in the game. Alright. Go to the Culinarium Tower. Go deliver our meals, and hopefully we'll be good. I don't know why it puts me out here. Gotta come in here in the first place. Okay, so spirit. You. Fire goldfish. Alright. Esper and Zest. Chef Tomato in charge of the testing. Well, yeah. Have it right here. Take your time. See what you have here. Perfect. You managed to bring the soul out of the fish. You passed my test. Stay sharp, though. You don't want to lose momentum. Get back to work. Literally have all the rest of the stuff. Okay. A whole bunch of points there. Your sophistication. That one's really good. Why are you telling me all this again? Perfect. You managed to make a pretty elaborate dish. You passed my test. That's 2 seals out of 3 you got. Be overconfident. Need to pass all tests? Yep. And then, last but not least, this one. Better be what you wanted. Perfect. You managed to make a very vigorous dish indeed and almost made me breathe fire. You passed my test. Okay. Like, oh, I don't know if the game developers ever watched this video, but I mean, if you put a thing in a game, name it correctly because it will confuse the hell out of a lot of people. I'm sure most people were just like, oh, you know, just thought ground beef. But to me, I see a wording and I think the actual wording. Otherwise, I love this game, but that would be the one thing I would say that just, I don't know. At least where I've grown up, minced meat and ground beef are actually 2 separate things. You surpassed all the tests. You're now one of us. Welcome to the ranks. Just in time too. Only had 1 hour before time ran out. Wait, was the time limit? Don't worry about that. Just relax and enjoy the ceremony. I don't feel like there was actually a time limit. Trials are over. Congratulations to all the chefs who have overcome the tests, which will be granted your yearly permit, which will allow you to continue running your business with our blessing. To inspire you all, a couple of notorious personalities have decided to dignify the ceremony with their presence. Here's Mr. Malvivicus and Mr. Stoop of the Critic Union, who I'm sure you've learned to respect. Don't worry, lads. I come in peace today, the day of celebration and optimism. Yes, of course. We are also accompanied by Custodian and Dashi, Regent of the Immaculate, and one of the most respectable members. You might have a few words for you. Thank you, Marcy. I, too, was once in your shoes. Worse even, I was a frightened young woman mourning the ruin of my beloved homeland. Later, crushed by the war and news of an impending apocalypse. But I found strength to my passion. Through cuisine, I found purpose during a dark time, and eventually rose to offer guidance and example to my, as I should. It's always inspiring to see the new blood flow into the system. Alas, it's a shame most of this blood would be spilled. It is in the nature of our trade. My generation of chefs managed to rise to the top amidst the storms that were shaking the world. You have no excuse. Your failures shall be yours alone. But, then again, so are your triumphs. I can say that I'm proud to be part of this institution, perhaps almost as proud as I am being the custodian of Weow? Relatively speaking. If you get through the necessary trials in time, you deserve to share that pride. But none of this will come if you don't sacrifice everything for your ambitions. You must follow the way to supremacy and not tolerate the slightest mistake. A single weakness can be your downfall. Stay vigilant. Aim for perfection. Thank you, Chef Enzashi. I'm sure your wise words will inspire them. You may want to take the opportunity to ask a few questions of your guests. Their guidance can be very useful. Anyone? What is it? I'm sorry, but I still haven't given me my uniform. Again with the uniforms! This isn't the time for this. Ah. That's it then. We shall now proceed to the delivery of your yearly permits. I have another question. The guy who took over the old port place? Yes, and I'm starting to understand why Torpedo wanted to deep fry him. What is it? Perhaps a question about hats? Shoes? No, not just. Did yearly before. You mean this thing will only renew our permissions for a year? Yes, that's what yearly means. Just that subsection 702, the current version of the Culinarium law specifically mentions that once the skill of a chef is proven, it shall be only required to be tested again if a significant part of the population claims demonstrable distress caused by a deterioration of the said skill. The only other mention of periodic tests is only found in section 411, but this is reserved for periods of national emergency where food distribution needs to be rationed. It's never been set in motion, not even during the desperate stand. What is the justification of this yearly trial system that seems to be taking place at the moment? Well, necessary changes need to be implemented. There's just too many chefs. Those changes approved by a general referendum of open to the restaurants of Concordia stipulated in section 2 of the code. There were special circumstances. Things were getting out of hand. People like Torpedo were not subject to yearly evaluations, and we've seen what happened to him. He let himself go. We had so many cooks that mediocrity has become a commonplace. Things are better now. But according to Section 1 of Culinarium was founded to guide and teach cooks all around Concordia the way to improve themselves and help them get closer to perfection. Does losing their business get them closer to perfection? You're twisting things. We are helping them achieve perfection. Harsh discipline is an excellent motivator. They need to face consequences if they don't correct their mistakes. They need to fall in order to rise again. The thing is, Section 900, the final one, says that in order to maintain the legitimacy of it as a beacon for cooks, the Culinarium must be an embodiment and ultimate example of the values it wishes. And that we are. We symbolize all that you said. The struggle for perfection and self-improvement is our goal and way of life. If that is the case, why do I have a different uniform? Jeez. Enough games. You want to know what the Culinarians stand for, I'll show it to you. And here we go. I challenge you to a duel. I will only use basic ingredients and rely exclusively on skill and discipline. Cook whatever you want. When I defeat you, which I will, you are going to sell off us your restaurant, take the money, and do whatever the hells you want. Except running a restaurant in Concordia. You'll be banned from the profession for life. Be thankful that I'm not without mercy. Look, this is not necessary. Save it. You forced my hand, you started this. I can just say no. Go ahead then. Say no. If I win, whatever you want. Do you want me to resign? I will do so. Fine. It is settled then. One hell of a powerful story. Okay. So now I gotta freaking fight that guy? Man, I don't want to fight that guy. Zest? Zest? Yeah, stop running your mouth, man! Alright. Alright. What just happened? My game just crashed? What's going on? It was weird. I think I clicked out of the screen? How could I possibly click? I must have clicked out of the screen. I'll tabbed out, I'll tab back in. Okay, it says return to the restaurant. I guess we can go back there. Man. I mean, he was calling them out on their bull. That's for sure. Hey everyone, meeting time. I have some good news. We're getting a lot of attention from a lot of important people. That's always good, eh? Nothing bad can come of it. Oh god. Every time, back to these people. The Council of Despair. Stare. So, first point of the day, someone of critical importance. Do we have a budget for the reforms already? This is getting a bit old. The guy hasn't come yet. I see. Well, the guy should hurry up or we'll find someone else. Be my guest then. I can't see why I'm the only one handling it. Fine. But we should at least change the sign of the entrance to the council chamber. You mean the meeting room? Yes, the meeting room. The mood of the tower is getting to me. There's a good carpenter at the old port district, but he says he won't work with us if we don't read mint slothy? Slothy. No dice. I don't see what the problem is. The lad might have been a bit too benevolent at times, but so what? All the more fun for the rest of us to be sharp in contrast. He wasn't benevolent, he was simplistic and shallow. He was just talking about food and whatever he liked or not. Anyone could do that. Our duty is to go deeper, beyond simple food. We are not simple hedonistic buffoons. Our commentary needs to be transcendent, the mere tangible nature of the dish. Of course, a lot of people rely on our good criteria, but the lad wasn't all that bad. He was the weakest link in our chain. We have a duty towards cuisine, just like Culinarium do. Speaking of which, we got ourselves a situation. What is it? The newcomer Zest challenged Chef Bolton. What? I must say, it was quite spectacular. He did it in the middle of a ceremony. Quite a few celebrities present, yours truly included. Got himself the Bianco of a miracle, and now he does this. Guess some people just don't know when to quit. And now his foolishness will get him crushed. He said that before, and yet he gave him victory against Torpedo, so his food must be good, right? It's food. Was surprising and fresh. Something new. Sure, he's not bad cook. He won legitimate against Torpedo. But we're talking Bolton here. The man who prevented a war with a banquet. The man who ransomed a king with an omelet. Zest is too. Well, maybe not. You see, Bolton has decided to fight with a hand tied behind his back. He will use only very basic ingredients and rely on technique alone. Why would he do that? He wants to prove a point. Very noble to him. He really shouldn't underestimate this guy. Don't worry about Bolton and Ingara. You're a critic, a judge, and judges are supposed to be impartial. But you won't be the one handling this. I've appointed Stoop to the judge of this contest. It will be a welcome change. Let's see if we can awaken my interest. And everything feels the same lately. Maybe it wouldn't feel the same if you weren't a binge eater. I'm sorry. You'll need to speak louder. I'm a bit hard of hearing from my seafaring days, you know? On account of all the screams and horror I got to hear. Yeah, the screams and horror of the crew you went through the month's worth of rations by yourself in one sitting. You wouldn't have to be pardoned if you were a murderer. You and your merry band of corsairs. Corsairs? My brain today. We're not famous for your bloodlust. You were famous for your hunger in general. Right. I guess you got me figured out already, mostly. Just saying that we're talking about Bolton, a pillar in national cuisine. A scandal would hurt everyone. This needs to be taken seriously. Oh, very. Bolton wants to make a statement for everybody to be hear loud and clear. That's exactly what will happen. All you had to do was pass a few routine culinary trials. Just go there, pay up, do as you were told, and get the certificate. And right when everything was said and done, you go and start a blasted uprising. I wouldn't call it an uprising, I just call it a few questions. And the answer was a challenge by the leader of the Culinarium, of all people. An elf who has cooked for kings and emperors. Yeah, good job, Zest. Didn't take you for such a revolutionary. The example is what he'll be. Bolton is not Torpedo, Zest. There's absolutely no way you can defeat him. Very well, point taken. But not everything is bad. Oh yes, the good news. Why the sour face? I thought you wanted to hire her. I thought I didn't. And then she spends the night at your place, goes, nya nya. Yeah, wait. Oh, she's hired. What? I can't even do that. I can't even do that. That's the anime sound, right? I don't know. Holy Tusker Mitchell, I know you're angry. Don't make accusations like that. Take it easy. Take it easy? You started a war with my blasted mentor. I don't get why you're so upset. If I lose, the restaurant goes to the Culinarium and you're free. With a giant red blot on my record, what part of I'm bound to the restaurant don't you understand? You're a hostage. I'm your hostage. It doesn't matter that I don't want to be here. If your ship sinks, I'll drown with you. I swallowed my pride, and my best to help your restaurant crawl out of the dirt while you keep talking all this taking all this for granted. All it was some sort of silly joke. Your decisions affect other people. You had no right to start the crusade without telling us. So, you have a name for the place? I know. Why don't you call it Zestaurant? It would crack people up. I mean, just... she died. Yeah, Meowther? Oh. Oh. Wait, there was a lot of bleeps there. Very well. With Mitriel relaxes, we need to come up with a plan. I don't know all that much about cooking, but Bolton said he'd only cook basic ingredients, right? That's right. And we still have a chance. Go for something fancy and spectacular, I promise. Yeah, just like that. You know, while I was looking for that artifact in your villa, I stumbled across a nest of the giant chicken. Maybe we can hunt it, or use its eggs to cook a surprising dish. I read about some people in Zune using those. They say they make a pretty vigorous dish. Zune, you say? Yes. Huh, funny. The guy from the Critic Union will be handling this combat happens to be a Zunarian. Zunarian? Yes. He used to be a pirate. He stole and ate as much fine food that he became a bit of an expert. And this isn't a good thing. Giving him that Zunarian chicken won't surprise him at all. Oh yes. Yes it will. Why? I've been a pirate. Trust me on this one. Spend enough time away to return... unable to return home and you'll start missing the food like crazy. Not if you're from up north. But okay. Guess we have nothing better. Sounds like a plan. We'll meet at the villa in the morning. We got a nest to assault? Hey, I can finally go after the thing. Oh my god. Alright. Alright, well, you know what? I think I'm actually going to end it here for now. I think I'll probably go home and try to just farm up some stuff for the rest of the day. I'm pretty sure I've been recording for over an hour. There's been a lot that's happened today. Join the group near the villa. Ah, man, never mind. Said I was going to end it there, but I mean, obviously we're going to have to... Well, maybe if I do just avoid that area, we'll be fine. Yeah, we'll have to take care of that next time. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I guess I will see you in the next video where we finally get a mess with that freaking egg that's been bothering me this whole time. And I still have, like, this thing to take down, you know, we got all that to go through. So much stuff. So much stuff. Can't believe this. This doesn't know when to just stop talking. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Keep hitting the like button, keep commenting, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.